All right, family. Hello, family. Welcome to IA 101. In today's video, we're going to count down from 10 uncomfortable things that you may encounter while working as an insurance adjuster. And hey, if you're watching this already, if you haven't done so, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. All right, let's get right down into it. All right, number one, you might deal with casualties while working a claim. Now, yes, whether you work in auto or whether you work in property, you might have a moment where you might have to talk to an insured that accidentally killed someone in a car accident, or you might have to talk to a family member that was killed when something happened to their house, whether they lost it in a tornado or a hurricane. And so while working out these claims, what you have to do is you also have to play mediator and help keep the person that you're speaking to calm because they lost a family member or they accidentally hurt or killed someone in a car accident. The number two thing you may have to deal with is an insured dying in the middle of handling a claim. There was a time where I was speaking to an elderly gentleman who was liable for a car accident. Nice guy. We talked for a bit. When I tried to call him again the next day to do a follow-up, the phone didn't pick up. And it was like that for a week until one day I finally called and his son picked up and he said to me that his dad had passed away. And so that overcomplicated the whole process where we had to do things where now we have to get extra paperwork to get confirmation of his death and to make sure they had anything for the will and all that other legal stuff. Now, the third uncomfortable thing that you might have to deal with as an adjuster actually comes from working as an auto appraiser. I work on a car and people tell me that a man had died inside the car. I thought he had a heart attack, but it turns out that he had committed suicide. And as I'm looking inside, I'm taking pictures, you see that all of the seats were removed and parts of the roof, the felt on the roof was removed. And pretty much anything and everything that had blood splattered was pretty much removed within the car. The fourth uncomfortable thing you might encounter is telling an insured that their claim might be denied due to an act of God. I had to deny a couple of insureds due to a lack of maintenance on the insurer's part, because in the policy it says, hey, you're supposed to do this to try to at least mitigate these things from happening. Also had to deny people that threw out stuff that was eligible for them to actually get reimbursed on. A single dad of 3, he had to throw out his children's toys. And so because of that, I wasn't able to reimburse them for it. A lot of the loss that a lot of people encounter, whether it's through a CAT claim or a non-CAT claim, may not fall within the policy and you have to deny it. The fifth uncomfortable thing is more of a first word issue, but it's still kind of valid, where let's say you work a CAT and you work it longer than expected and you will have to miss special events regarding family. And a lot of times that can and will happen. You'll miss birthdays, you'll miss celebrations because you're working an event that requires your attention. And it's not like you can just leave that event and then come right back into it. The sixth uncomfortable thing is having to deal with angry insureds who lost everything and they were not happy with the settlement price. You have a lot of people that feel as if they should have gotten a higher price on their vehicle or home based on what they lost and how they lost it. And a lot of times they don't agree with what the estimator came up with. And because you have to deal with this makes the claim handling process go on a little bit longer than you would like for it to. And so you have to go through things such as lawyers, you have to go through them just not accepting a claim at all. And that's uncomfortable is because of the fact that, hey, look, you have like hundreds of other claims that you need to work on. And this one right here is pretty much delaying the process. All right, so piggybacking on the last one, number 7, dealing with irate customers when it's not your fault. Now, you have to deal with some insurers that are understandably upset about them not getting their desired settlement, but sometimes you just have to just deal with people that will yell at you and that will curse you out. The only thing that you can do with that is just let them air out their grievances and let them know that you empathize or sympathize with them and just be on your way, because you can't take it personal. You can't take what they do or what they say personal. If they want to say they're going to go to a lawyer, just let them go. And the best thing that you can do with that is to tell them that, hey, this is everything that is based on the policy. You have to point things out to the policy and let them know, I understand how you feel. Your frustration is justified. However, I cannot deviate from the policy. They'll still get mad at you, but they'll at least know and understand that, hey, this is what the policy says. So the 8th uncomfortable thing is more or less flexing. Now, what I mean by this is, let's say a CAT finished and you're scheduled to go over to that property to inspect everything. That person may or may not have a car, or that person may have lost something very important. And for you to actually show up there in a vehicle and you're able to drive around it and they're not able to, that may get some people upset. I've heard stories of people where they go up to a place, they're able to drive up there, they inspect everything, and the insurer is not able to get the settlement price. Sometimes the insurers, they might can get either physical, or they might be threatening. They have a weapon on them. And so that may be something that you have to deal with. Now, these are stories that I've heard. I don't know if they're true yet, but if someone has dealt with that, please leave a comment down below and talk about your experience going to a property after a catastrophe. The ninth uncomfortable thing is, it's not, I mean, it's a minor inconvenience where you have to go and work on a roof or on a car appraisal in the blazing heat. Now, if you live in a place that's really hot, right, you have to take a lot of precautions to keep yourself cool. And the 10th uncomfortable thing is not being able to help people during a cat. I've had instances where people would file a claim while the catastrophe was going on, and we would get word saying, hey, it's not safe for anybody to go out there. It's not safe for anybody to do anything. And what makes it uncomfortable is while you're calling, you're speaking to an insurer, you can hear people in the background having cries for help, saying, help, we need help, we need to get out of here. And it's not safe for us to go over there and do anything about that. But can't help but feel uneasy when you hear those cries of help in the back. All right, family, so those are my 10 uncomfortable moments of dealing with things as an insurance adjuster. If you guys have any more, again, leave a comment down below. All right, family, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to this video, and be sure to share everything on here. And thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love, and I'll see you guys in the next video.